Well, I am privileged to be in the HDC as a minister in the Ministry of Housing. And there's a certain powerful PNM, former PNM minister, senator, big boy, wanted to lead the PNM. And he said that no preferential treatment was ever given. Okay. However, I have in my hand, in June 2025, the managing director of the HDC. Now, HDC under PNM owes the Ministry of Finance, correct, nearly $1 billion that they don't pay the bills. We owed goods and service providers to the tune of $962,906 in June of 2025. This is about hundreds of contractors who are owed. But somehow, the managing director, who's very close to some of the senators sitting down here, decided to do a lot of work, went through these documents to select who would get paid and who would not get paid. Now remember, we are run by this constitution. If everybody is owed money, then everybody has the same right to be paid. But this HDC director, Giselle McFarlane, she wanted to pay out money. Not the full 72 million. She wanted to pay out a portion of money, 31 million or so. We saw companies like Pical Services Limited, 6,367,000, Rivulet Investments, 2,800,000. Whoever know these companies, just whistle, you know. Just whistle. Because you'll come here in this parliament and play sanctimonious. Sure serve. If anybody family connected to that, whistle. 2.04 million. A total of 11.2 million out of 20 million for these companies connected to one PNM former minister. But they say it's no special treatment. When you look at it, you get nervous and shake. When you see the kind of thing, it's just all yellow, it's just the minister company and them, the family companies, right? Or this managing director took all the citizens that are owed all that money and somehow just selected that of a PNM minister to pay out $11 million like that. That's what the PNM is, corrupt to the core. But then they talk also about CPEP and they cry for the workers of CPEP. Imagine a man, a former minister, a former attorney general, get up on a platform in public and say he wants his children to cut grass. Well, I could tell you I have 3 children. And if they have to cut grass because that's the best they could do, well, so be it. I will go there and carry them a bottle of water and watch them cut the grass. But never one day did I dream about my 2 daughters or my son going out in the Hudson to cut grass for a living. I really didn't. I dreamt about them being attorneys. One is attorney. But a man who made $145 million while he was sworn to be a government minister is telling poor people and the differently able that he wants his children to cut grass. Well, take all the money you made from the PNM government and give it to people who cut in grass. Because the 10,000 workers that they claim is workers with CPEP and URP. Out of the $1.4 billion that some minister went and tell some chairman that the cabinet had approved, but the cabinet did not approve, and the board members were duped into approving on the day of the election, April 28, $1.4 billion for contractors of CPEP. Not for workers, contractors. And here's who some of the contractors. Ask the mayor of Point 14 in the PNM. He's the mayor who in charge of keeping the place clean, picking up garbage, cutting bush, but he have a $2 million CPEP contract. That is PNM. Those days are gone. But you have an MP from the PNM downstairs who only got into law school with some B's. All other children could not get in. But somehow some PNM plan he get in. But on top of getting in, he had $2.7 million with his family in CPEP contract too. So he's a CPEP lawyer and a CPEP contractor. But he didn't done there, you know. But I have nearly cried meeting people at housing. Women, single mothers, poverty, 4, 5 children. You know what the PNM did other than not build house? In 9.5 years, they built 4,775 houses, right? You know what they did? They gave the same CPEP MP, the same couldn't get into law school MP. That wasn't enough for one person. You know what they did? They gave him a HCC house too. He had no wife, he had no family. May him know if you'd ever have a wife. So ask Kareem Marcel if this is what being in government is about. The PNM is gone because the PNM is corrupt. So not only he gets squeezed in law school where he didn't deserve to be, so he could earn money, he's CPEP contract to cut grass now too, and then get a house, while single mothers and families are begging for housing. That is PNM, and the PNM is gone and shall never return. God will not do Trinidad and Tobago that. And our next one, Guardsman, PNM, campaign manager, San Fernando West. We may, yes, look at this. All kind of ghost bills. This going by the Attorney General too for Guardsman. That is San Fernando West, right? And finally,
Minister,
time up?
time up.
Okay. Well, the Honorable Ralph Gonzalez can't away today because I was going there too. I go do that on doubles and coffee. Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President. All your PNM talk now. Bless.